what's your worst hangover experience?
Okay, so my worst hangover story was about 3 weeks ago. I went to Molly's for Thirsty Thursdays. You know, it's free drinks after you pay $5, so it's pretty unlimited.
This is what I remember. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up to my stepdad like shaking me. I fell asleep in the hallway in my brother's robe for some reason.
I would still say that it was the second semester of freshman year, right after my 21st birthday, and the first time I ever did practicum.
And I remember I had about 5 Ninja Turtles, 5 of something else, 4 shots, and I'm surprised I didn't get alcohol poisoning. But I remember, I don't remember how I got home, but I remember waking up in the middle of the night, throwing up on my wall, making a waterfall of vomit just everywhere. Cause my bed is against the wall, so I just went over to the other side, threw up again, ran to the bathroom, threw up around the toilet, not in, around the toilet. And something in my subconscious mind thought, you know what, Jessica, you know you're gonna have to clean this up in the morning. So why would you do that? Why would you do that?
That is the only time I've ever thrown up when I was hungover. It was not good. Plus my mom knew that I was hungover, so she thought it was really funny to like keep knocking on my door and be like, how are you feeling? And like yelling at me and coming in and like turning the lights on and off because she thinks she's funny.
Woke up the next morning, had to go to class, feeling like a zombie. I'm sure I was still, I still had a little stuff in my system. And I remember I had an interview like an hour after class.
Give us some tips for living in Maryville.
Explore. Maryville has some really nice houses and some really cool back streets, and you can get everywhere a lot faster if you figure out how to get places without using Main Street, because Main Street sucks.
The water tastes like toilet water. Don't drink it. Unless you really don't have a choice, don't be dehydrated, but I choose my best not to drink it.
Definitely live in the high rises. Definitely live off campus after freshman year, but still stay involved in campus activities.
I recommend Walnut because very few stop signs and not very many cars.
Also, try to learn your streets. Even though Maryville has one main street, which is called Main Street, learn your different streets, because it's like 4th Street, 2nd Street, 7th Street. I don't know, I'm still literally trying to learn today, but learn your streets because you can easily get lost in Maryville, surprisingly.
Drink the water, it's
Oh,
fine.
hell no, don't drink the water. That's death, right?
Graze. Graze is the tip. It's the secret trick to Maryville. Go down Main, follow it all the way. I said avoid Main, and here we are going down Main, whatever. So go all the way down Main, past the Casey's on 16th Street, keep going, you're gonna pass like a cemetery, you're gonna literally get into like no man's land, and then you're gonna come up to like a 4-way stop over a highway. That is 71.
Walk to the bars.
I want to say don't walk alone because Maryville is like the perfect scenery for The Walking Dead. So try not to walk alone.
Definitely go to Super Bonanza. Definitely go to all the happy hours that are offered.
Turn left. Left. And you're gonna see a little gas station, and it looks so sketchy, and you're like, what is this gas station? What are these semi trucks? Like, why? But I'm telling you, this bacon will change your life. It will change your life. Trust me. It's the only place to get really good breakfast food in Maryville.
What's the best dorm to live in?
The best dorm to live in is without a doubt Phillips, AKA Project P, penthouse level, which is the 7th floor, which is the floor I lived on, and Katie Patterson lived on. So that is, of course, like the best floor to live on.
My experience here was kind of different. I guess I'm not a traditional Bearcat because I came in as a transfer student and I lived in the suites.
By far the best dorm to live in is Phillips Hall, always.
A crazy story, me and my friends, we were bored one day and we decided, you know what, let's make it rain on the boys' floor. So we tore up some piece of paper and we went down to the boys' floor and we put on the music, Travis Porter, Make It Rain, and we just ran across everyone's room and just made it rain. even though the RA kicked us out like 5 minutes later, but we made it rain.
The suites are really nice and they're really fun. However, I wish I would have lived in the high rises because yeah, they're ratchet and they're smelly and they're like a disaster all the time, but I think that's part of the college experience.
Best story would just be my entire freshman year. There are endless amounts of stories that I have, drunk, sober, staying up all night, not getting enough sleep, literally the whole entire experience.
I would highly recommend don't opt out of the high rises. They always seem pretty fun and you get to meet a lot of people that way, like a lot of people on your floor and then people on the opposite floor from you. Like say you're a girl and you really don't like other girls, like you become friends with a bunch of guys in your building. So high rises, I regret it.
Why do you always?
I got a fart.
But thank you for warning me, but it still doesn't help because it still lingers.
I know.
Oh my God, Moose.
I got a fart.
Why do you have to do it here though?
Oh, stop the camera, I have to think about this.
Right, okay. Better? Do I need to talk like this?
No, you're fine.
For the most part?
You can just use the Taylor one and just like overhype it.
Okay. So the first time that I went out with this guy and like really okay, that just sounds really bad. Okay.
She was like, you're Michael Brown's sister? I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh. I was like, what? We broke up today. And
Go to our Facebook for more content and follow us on Instagram at CanWT8.